Okay, I am back. I said what would happen, didn't I? I said there will be a call, and there was a call. So it just so happens anyway that we just finished the majors, so it's quite timely for that sense. Hello, we are back. We are, Kerry. I got a call and I forgot to put my phone. I said at the beginning of the live, oh, I've gone live and I forgot to set my phone to do not disturb. So, and I knew there would be a call because there always is. My phone never stops. And so there was, and it just cuts the live off. And I could see Jackie commenting, like, is it just me? Have I lost you? I should have gone. If anybody is still in that stream, if you can tell people that I've started a new stream and for them to migrate over, that would be great if possible. So good to be back. It's good to have you back, Dee. And I've put my phone on to do not disturb now, so it shouldn't happen again. So we're now to our minors. For those of you who are watching this back, we're looking at the ETA Tarot deck, and then we're going to be looking at 78 Nautical, two collaboration decks, just to look at kind of the differences in art style and things like that. So we've looked at the majors so far in the ETA Tarot, and now we're just going to, hi Jackie, we're just going to continue and have a look at the minors. I'm not going to spend as long looking at the minors because we will move on to 78 Nautical, but these are beautiful. I wonder if the style of the, yeah, so we kind of have for our majors, for our minors, when it comes to the aces, we have kind of like the image of what the suit is. So, and I love the fact that for the ones here, we've got this kind of orange fiery energy. Morning, David. How are you? Morning from Canada. Don't know what time it is there, but it's still only just after 3 here, so I'd imagine it's very early. The two of wands here. Again, we do get somebody looking out over water, although it's from a different perspective. 3 of wands. So this isn't really following necessarily an RWS system. 10:07. Oh, not too bad. 5 hours then. So you're kind of like New York time. I think this one is gorgeous. Look at this for the 4 of wands. And, you know, the 4 of wands is a kind of celebration card. We've got the 4 wands here. They're not in that canopy style, but it looks like a couple on their wedding day walking over this bridge. There's a family home in the distance. Beautiful meadows with flowers. Really gorgeous. Yeah, EST. 5 of wands. It's just this one person here. Looks like he's strapped to a couple as well. It's like his feet are bound to someone's, like he's perhaps walking over something with them. 6 of wands. It's very earth-based. I love that. And as I said, I spent a long time on the majors, so I'm going to go quicker through the minors so we can take a look at the 78 together. Wow, look at that. That's very shadowy, isn't it? Images in this deck are really, yeah, stilts are really powerful. The 8 of wands. We still get that movement through the sky. Look at this. I like that. That long journey through the trees. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Stunning. I mean, for the 10 of wands, we tend to see somebody way down, but I mean, these antlers are a weight, aren't they? But He's you know, he's kind of holding his head high, looking up towards the sky. It's beautiful. Hi, caveman. This is part 2. I got a call that interrupted me. I love the contrast here for this page, from the kind of black and white, the colourful. So for those coming in, this is the ETA Tarot. It's been out for 4 years. It was sent to me as a gift. It is by 80 different artists, because there's 2 additional cards which we've taken a look at in part 1. Love this. There's a good mix here of different art styles, different cultures represented. It really is a gorgeous deck. Oh, I mean, look at this. This kind of pencil crayon, little lion, tiny little lion, lion cub maybe. I won't have a mane like that though. Then we go into our cups. I have no problem with collab decks because I like using multiple decks anyway. For some reason I feel like they talk to me better when there is more than one style. I don't have a collab deck yet though. Oh wow, is there any collab decks that you've seen, Ultraviolet Morgan, that really appeal to you? That's interesting, isn't it? The 2 of Cups, she's hiding the drinks behind her back. Interesting perspective that we're looking from behind. When we think of the 2 of Cups and those 2 people, who is facing her? It could be anybody, couldn't it? We don't see the other person. She's about to surprise them with her emotions, her feelings. This is beautiful, really beautiful. This is such a nice deck. I'm pleasantly surprised by it because, as I said, I didn't know what to expect at all. This is very water-based. Got the crab, fish, oyster shell. I love the moon here. Wow, look at that for the 5 of Cups. That position that is cradling himself in. I'm saying he, could be she actually, but it could be anybody of any gender. But it's a powerful image, isn't it? And even with this kind of paintwork here, it's like rain. It's like, you know, being rained upon, being vulnerable, naked. A lot of them are really beautiful. The 6 of Cups. I see what's being done here. When you think of the 6 of Cups, about our kind of our memories and looking back, we've got an older person here and a younger person there. But you know, our hair may change colour, or you know, we may get a few more wrinkles in life, but we are the same person as we move through the passage of time, and it's all there still. 7 of Cups. We still have the different objects within inside the cups, and it's there in the sky. 8 of Cups. Interesting card. The 9. Wow. I always think of the 9 as like, you know, being grateful for what you have, contentment, counting your blessings. Wow, that's quite a busy card. It's collage, isn't it? Collage isn't my favourite medium when it comes to art, but you still kind of get a rainbow effect, but there's all these different types of cups, like trophy cups and a mug, tea and saucer, cup and saucer. Our page, this mask, the little ship. This is made out of, you know, it's photographic, I think, moulds and things. The Knight of Cups. She's beautiful. It's a beautiful Queen of Cups. The dragonfly. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Jackie's put a link to where you can get the deck from. I'm glad it's still available. I didn't know until I opened this up when it was in print. You know, I didn't realise it was 2017. As I said, knew nothing about it. Sword Swallower here. So we're into our swords, by the way. So our Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords is quite unusual. Very interesting. These images as well, I really think you have to kind of sit with. It's our Three of Swords, which is usually the heartbreak card. We've got this rib cage here, which protects our heart. And then there is the human heart here, which is impaled or on the end of this sword. And then the heart, as we tend to see in how it's depicted on playing cards and things. We have this diamond here as well. It's very Ace of Diamonds looking. Wow. That's very sort of fetish. Oh, is this Carly? I like this card. The blue is electric. It's very, very striking. I like the Five Swords of the earrings and then her kind of forked tongue. We have the female symbol. Yeah, wow. 6. We have the 7. I will put the titles of these two decks as well onto the description afterwards and timestamp it. So, oh, look at this. She looks a little bit like Madonna without eyes. It's that nightmare card, isn't it? And that all kind of her thoughts. These are thoughts that is keeping her awake, but look how they're piercing her and she's bleeding and she's almost like a hollow, empty shell. And then we have the 10. That's a powerful image, isn't it? It's almost like this kind of sea creature, like an octopus entangled up with. Soulless, yeah. We have our page. Don't know what this is referring to. 1879. Diana. I'm going to have to go online and get that instructions that you can download. Wow. Look at the difference in the art style between our queen and our king. The images seem very apocalyptic. Some, yeah, some do. I mean, then you look at like the sun card. You probably wasn't in the first one. You know, there's some beautiful kind of images like here. Same with the star card. I love this. Our Ace of Pentacles. I think this is my favourite ace in this deck. It's gorgeous. Really gorgeous. Wow. The urge to shop. Oh, hello, butterfly. The urge to shop while watching Simon flip through. Yep, here it comes. Oh, look at that. Look at that for balance. You've got this calm waters here. This ship just sailing along. This one being tossed on the high waves with lightning striking down. And then you've got this kind of guru just sat here, almost juggling these two pentacles, look, one up in the air, one in the hand, and balancing on these rocks. There's a serpent here at the bottom as well. Wow, a powerful image. Oh, I'm not not sure what I think about that. See, and this is what I always find with collaboration decks. There's usually one card, one card that jars. I mean, it's nice, but it's very different to all of the other cards so far. Meh. I know. And, you know, no disrespect to Dana McCall, but look at him all tied up in knots, trying to protect his wealth. It's like the game of Twister. I love the hair, how it's all kind of plaited. Oh, she's beautiful. This reminds me of the Weaver's Oracle. It's like one of the faces in the Weaver's Oracle. I love the background as well. Such a dramatic card. So it's like a nun or a holy person in prayer. The intensity of her eyes as well. And her face, her skin is really, you know, she's full of wisdom and knowledge. She's spent years. Six. A hand receiving, a hand giving. Who's actually signed it there as well. Oh, 7. Interesting. We had the 7 yesterday, didn't we? Again, you know, it's been a lot of hard work that's gone into that. The 8, beautiful. Look at that window. The full moon, the bats. I love it. And look at the colour that's coming from this cauldron. It's gorgeous. The 9, she's got a bird in the hand. So some cards are very kind of an attempt to follow the RWS system. Some not so, but I don't mind that. I mean, this one, for example. I like the markings. Our page. Look at the jigsaw pieces. Oh, he looks like a famous actor. So famous, I can't remember his name. That looks like a photograph. Either a very good artist or this is a photograph in collaged. And then our King of Pentacles with these kind of amethyst points. And there is the earth symbol behind, to represent the earth suit, the king of the earth suit. And of course, amethyst as a crystal is from the earth too. It's a crystal skull, but I like that it's a crystal skull with these points coming from it. So there we have it. That's the ETA Tarot. A nice surprise, and as I said, really liking the backs. I think the backs are beautiful, and I'm really intrigued by this different Celtic cross spread. So I'll show you the second deck, which is also a collaboration. Oh gosh, am I still broadcasting? Am I still there? I wiggle my fingers, yes I am. But I am going to have to plug in my charger. Bear with, because it came up and said, low battery, you have a low battery. Need to blow out my candle, or otherwise. Yes, yeah, I just hope that that's working okay. Let's wrap that around there. Okay, so as I said in the last video, I do have two other 78. I've got the mythical and I've also got the elemental. So mythical and elemental, both really nice decks. I wasn't somebody who thought I've got to have them all every time they release them. And the reason for that being is I didn't have the Nautical. I didn't have the first one, and it's out of print. So I thought, well, you know, if I try and get them all now, and then this was sent to me in the package last week. So I was like, oh, wow. So now I have the original one. So sort it out, Simon. I know. What's up with me? It's not people calling, it's... So, we've also got this card, 3 of Air, by Frankie Fradella, 2019. I thought it was before that for the first one. Thank you so much. And then there is the book. We get the book here, which is hardback actually. Hardback book. Thank you so much for supporting our project. Founder, but this was 21, so it was signed this year, 3rd of April, because in America they switched the dates around. But I was told that this is the first one. I can't see the copyright date on this. It says all rights reserved, copyright, but no date. But anyway, this is a nice glossy hardback book. We get a full colour image. Wow, look at that. I'm excited to see the artwork in this deck. Wow. Okay, so anyway, what you do get with 78, which I really like, is the artist interpretation and card meaning. So they do give you, you've got keywords, but you also get what it appears in the card, why it's been depicted, and then what the card represents. And each of the 78, even though they're by different artists, they do follow that theme of elements or mythical creatures, or for this one it's to do with a nautical theme. So let's go in. It's a tuck box, whereas the others, the later editions, this is where I end up destroying tuck boxes. See what I mean? I hate tuck boxes. There we go. Okay. So, nice big cards. compared with our usual, like I do. You'll see the size difference here. It's, am I pixelated? I'm on the camera, it's showing that it's quite jumpy and pixelated. But you'll see that the card is quite a large size, and I think some people struggle with them. I think it's the size of any other of their decks. I mean, such an improvement going to these type boxes. All good. So they're the same consistent size throughout all of their decks. But this is so much better. And they're gilded now, whereas the original one wasn't. A butter knife helps with stubborn boxes. Yeah, I just don't have one to hand. Maybe I should keep one over here. So, oops, that's got a little bit bent in the box. Something else that happens with tuck boxes. So even if you didn't buy the book, you still get, and this is what I was saying to Kate in the first part of the live, when I was talking about, you know, cutting off the artist at the bottom, and how I wouldn't do that because, you know, then I'd lose who the artists were. What the 78 team do is, you know, you get these little books, or the big books if you want to pay extra, but they also tell you that it's the world card by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, quite a famous artist there in the tarot world. So yeah, so you get a nice little white book, if you like, if you don't buy the big book. So these are different. I say different, what I mean by that is you can see over the time how they've improved on kind of the designs. Maybe you don't think that, but you know, we get gilded decks now and kind of nice metallic backs and things like that, but it's about the cards and the images at the end of the day, isn't it? And similar to the ETA Tarot, we've got the artist at the bottom and the title here. We're going that way, are we? So maybe we start with the 4 this end, but we've got this extra card which says meditate, and in this we've got this very intricate design. And then we have Whimsy by Amy Brown. That's quite a nice image. Curiosity. Oh, you can get some soft toys like that, can't you? Curious, but look, you know, curiosity killed the cat. The curiosity here is the little fish, but it's out of water now and looking very doughy-eyed. There's a pearl in the shell there. Starfish. But I like boxes that open without damage because my deck stays stored in the boxes for years. Yes, me too. Yeah, so we start with our 4, and it's Stephanie Poumon Law here. And I like this. And remember, it's a nautical theme, so there will be a lot of watery elements here, but you know, looking up at this beautiful little creature, is it a dragonfly maybe? Our magician. Again, got the fish in hand. We don't have the tools. We've got the elements though here, look. So we've got air here, fire, and then we have earth and water. You see them to represent that. The High Priestess is beautiful. Really beautiful. We've got the black and the white tower. We've got the veil behind. I love her crown. Her Shadowscapes deck is amazing. The Empress. She's off into battle with her shield and her sword and her body armour. Stephanie Poumon Law, David, yeah. Wow. This kind of, the artwork here kind of reminds me of, oh, what's that deck? There's a mini version of it. It's very, oh, it's gone completely out of my mind. Otherworld Tarot. Is that one? Is that what it's called? The Hierophant. We've got a female Hierophant here. Love that she's got the Hierophant staff. Oh look, we've got these little kind of foo lions, but they're kind of like sea lions. Next World, that's it. Thank you, Jackie. The Lovers is nice, he's serenading her, but it looks like she's not very interested in him. She's seeing somebody else in the distance. Yeah, thanks for your music, but it's him I'm after. Cheerio, jog on. Chariot, it's beautiful, look at that. Under the surface. Wow, if he gets to come up for air, what a powerful image. Hi Janine, we're looking at the very first 78 tarot, which is the Nautical, the Tarot of Water. We have Justice. She's got her scales there. I have Benabel Wen Spirit Keepers Tarot Tiles from Jamie Sawyer. Oh, so Jamie Sawyer has made tarot tiles of the Spirit Keepers tarot. Wow, that's going to be... I've got tarot tiles. Let me just move my little hair. I've got tarot tiles here, and these are the 1909. It says Pame. It annoys me because Pame isn't 1909. Pame was 1910. The 1909 is the Roses and Lilies. But that aside, it's the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot tiles in this box, which is beautiful and I love it. But they're quite small, so something like Spirit Keepers. I'd be interested. Are you in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group, David? Because if you are, I would be interested. You know, if you could post a picture of them, because I'd imagine on scaled right down to a tarot tile size. Yes, watch your video just a couple of hours ago on those. Wow. No, you're not. That's a shame. Because yeah, I mean, there's so much detail in Benabel Wen's deck. I used to have it. I traded it for a Carol Hertzer deck. And yeah, there's a lot going on in that deck. A heck of a lot going on. Wheel of Fortune. And do you have the original Spirit Keepers or just the tile version coming? This is beautiful. Look at that. The detailing in this deck is wonderful. Look what's happening below the water as well. We'll look into it though and we'll post something. Hi Kay. Here's our Hanged Man. Wow, and it's ghosts, look. We've got this on the ship, on the deck, with these dueling ghosts and things. You've got your person hung upside down here, and this skeleton with wings. What a powerful image. Death, that's a, wow, powerful death card, isn't it? Love the colours of the Temperance card. Look at this, going from one to the other. And we've got the seaweed and things. The Devil. The Three Faces. These are very modern lot. Look at him with his baseball cap, and she's on a mobile phone. In fact, they're both on mobile phones. That's a lesson, isn't it? What is it that enslaves us and traps us? I mean, they're not looking up. They're just focused on their mobile phones. What a powerful image that is. I love it. P monster. The Tower. Oh wow, look at these birds flying out of the tower and into the water, escaping. But it's on top of her head. She's just below the surface. She's holding her breath. Star, dragon, holding a starfish. One of the starfish. It reminds me of that that story, you know, of a man who walked along the beach, and there was thousands and thousands of starfish, and he was being observed by somebody, and he'd pick up a starfish and just toss it back into the sea, and this man said, "Why are you doing that? It's futile. There's thousands. You can't toss them back into the sea. It makes no difference." And as he picked one up and tossed it back into the sea, he said, "Well, it made a difference to that one." The Moon, that's a busy card. I love the face within the moon. There's the moon within the moon, and then there's this face within the moon as well. But again, we've got lots of kind of battles happening in these cards, haven't we? Lots of jewels and things like that. The Sun. Got the two, almost like, you know, the two boys in the Marseille Sun. So it's interesting with the double eyes. Judgment. It's very traditional. Kind of reminds me of, apart from the attire, but an old sort of Renaissance piece. And Jessamine Beckett Griffith, who's quite a famous oracle and well, children's stories really, but she does oracle and tarot decks. I've got her Beautiful Creatures tarot. Okay, and then we have our minors. We've got our Ace of Pentacles. Again, I'll go quicker. Damn, that is hard to look at. Which one was hard to look at? I'm not quite sure which one would fly. Oh, the sun with the double eyes. Yeah, so I'm going to just, because this is turning to be quite a long live, almost 2 hours. It's so interesting seeing the different artists and their sort of interpretation of the cards. The one with 4 eyes, Simon, yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, I love that little seahorse. I really like that each card is so different in style because of the artists. Yeah, and as I said when I started the first live broadcast before it got interrupted, and I get that people don't have the issues that I have. I can't do kind of spreads with collaborative decks or collaboration decks. I I prefer to use these decks almost like an oracle, where I will pull one card as my card of the day. I'll still use a deck in the morning, for example, you know, the one that's out, and I'll do a 3-card spread in the morning, but then I'll pull a card and leave it here on the desk. That's how I tend to use these decks. That's beautiful. The colours are really nice. These are nice cardstock. It's a thick deck. They're matte. There is a shine, like a silky sheen to them, but they're not gloss. I cannot either. I collect them as art decks, cases I understand that. I love the King of Pentacles, this kind of Egyptian theme with the pyramids, and I suppose this could be the goddess Bast. Beautiful queen, that's stunning. The Knight, the Queen before the Knight, yeah. Okay, these are in strange order. So here we have our swords. Again, we've got a black and white image here. Wow. Look at that, it's almost like a jewel, that heart. A full pirate deck, I want one. Is there a pirate deck? I'm trying to think. I'm surprised there hasn't, with all the kind of TV shows and film tarot decks, I'm surprised there isn't a Pirates of the Caribbean deck yet. Probably is on Etsy or somewhere like that, but yeah, I can't think. There's the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot has pirates, doesn't it? And mermaids and all that sort of, again, it's a nautical theme. I would buy a full pirate deck in a heartbeat. Look at that. Oh, that's very dramatic. I love that. Look at the sky. And she's levitating. She's bound up, but she's actually above the water. So are the swords. And there's the township in the background. It's incredible. Thank you, Jackie. Is it still available? Because a lot of the 78 go out of print very quick. Joanna Nelson, who's Catland Oracle. She did the Whispering Spirits Tarot and the Mons Tarot before that. A great artist. I love the horns are bones from fish. Wow, the Ten of Swords. Again, they've depicted it, you know, very traditionally with the dark sky, but the dawning of a new day, to remind us, you know, when we're going through this, and remember this is about the mind, that actually the night is at its darkest before the dawn, and things will improve. Page. There's a pirate for you, David. On a desert island. One of his legs is actually a sword, isn't it? There is a pirate deck on Etsy. I knew there would be. There's everything on Etsy. The Knight. Oh, I like that. I like our Queen of Swords. It's dolphin. And the butterflies. She's a pretty mermaid. And then we have our King of Swords. Lots of butterflies. These are strange. They look like little flying rabbits. Okay, and then we have our Wands. Ace of Wands. Almost wearing like a basque. A bodice of some sort. Oh, I like that perspective, the Two of Wands. I've got the pearl here, but look, they're looking up to the surface of the water and there's this boat floating by. Really like that. You know, that kind of feeling of the two of Wands looking out to sea and perhaps seeing a boat in the distance. Wow, love that too. Ace of Wands reminds me of you, Simon. You're going to mention my Rocky Horror days. Is that what you're getting at? Wish I had hair like that. Although it's the whites of the eyes again. You love the 3. Yeah, the 3 is very powerful. Yeah, it's almost like an album cover or something, isn't it? 4 of Wands. Card of celebration. They're dancing on top of this ship, this boat. Oh, cat family. With their treasure trove. 6 of Wands. Instead of riding that high horse. Oh gosh, no. I can't even make anything out from that. I don't know if anybody else can, but some cards are too busy and this is one of them. I cannot see. I can't make anything out. Can anybody else? Homecoming, I like that. That, and I know my brain is very different with having ADD, but what it tries to do is make order out of chaos. And maybe if I sat with this, now I can see like perhaps a diver. There's like a funnel here, almost like a, you know, deep sea diver with a visor, but it's a mess. I was going to say that and I thought, no, it's got somebody's name attached to it, and then Butterfly just puts, it's a mess. It is. Love that. I like to see variations of the 8 of Wands. I know a lot of people find the 8 of Wands quite boring, but it is what it is, you know. It's telling you, you know, if you've got this creativity, if you've got this kind of urge and passion to do something, be swift, go about it, set forth. But I do like to see variations of that being depicted. 9 of Wands. Say what you mean, Butterfly. Yes, Aspasia. Brain shuts off at that one. And you love variations too. Oh wow, that is a powerful 10 of Wands. That is such a heavy burden that she's now down on her hands and knees and she's crawling to the finish line. Look at her face. Ah. Our page. Oh, that's like Moses parting the Red Sea. The Knight riding this skeletal seahorse. Lots of sea creatures around. Very whimsical, very sort of, What is wrong with me today? I can't think of the names. Nicoletta Ciccoli comes to me eventually. The Queen, look at her with her lioness energy. She's got cats and wow. The King. And our final suit is our cup suit. And it's our ace. Look at the mermaid swimming by. The Two of Cups. That's interesting. It's like very symmetrical, isn't it? Like it's been folded apart. Oh, I love that. The colours of this card is just wonderful. I love the light that's being emitted here. Now there's these soft pink and purple hues around it. And our three maidens are mermaids. Beautiful. The Four of Cups. I bet if you was an artist being commissioned to, you know, design a card for this deck and you're told you've got one of the cups, being as it's a water nautical themed, you'd be like, yes. Oh, that's interesting. They're like origami. I'm surprised this isn't Joanna Nelson, because Joanna Nelson used to make these little origami boats, and when I backed the Mons Tarot, in it I got a little origami boat and it appears throughout the deck, but these are like, it's built up, it's almost collagey with these kind of sketchings of people. Look at the castle turret in the background and then this origami effect. Seven of Cups, quite traditional, although it's a deep sea diver. Oh, I love this. Eight of Cups. Reminds me of the Little Mermaid and the prince is walking away. Look at the moon. How gorgeous is that? Knight of Cups. That's beautiful. She's not being stung. 10. Our Page of Cups. Got a female page, but we've got that traditional, you know, fish jumping from the cup. Queen. As far as you said, the Eight of Cups is one of the cards I look at before I buy a deck, and I love this one. Yeah, it's beautiful. What is your opinion of the Mystical Dream Tarot? I love the art, but I'm having difficulty. I don't think I've got the Mystical Dream Tarot. Doesn't ring a bell. And our King of Cups. So there we have it. So the decks that we've had a look at. Let's see if I can move this back up a bit more now, without making you a little bit too seasick. Is this 78 Nautical, which is the first of the 78 tarot. Let's try and get it back in. Well, that wasn't too bad. It was harder to get them out than it was to get them back in. And we've got this beautiful book, as I said. I didn't realise it was still available, but it must be if it's dated 21, and Jackie put a link in. I can use that as a bookmark. And then the first deck I showed was the ETA Tarot deck, the 8 card deck, Emerging Toronto Artist. So that's the two decks. So thank you for indulging me. I think I've been on about 2 hours, actually. I think I came on about 2 o'clock, or just after 2. So a bit longer than I wanted to, and I thought I'd be a bit quicker, but I appreciate everybody. Yes, it's still in stock. Okay, is that the one in bluish grey shades? Yeah, I've not seen it at the Mystical Dream Tarot. I will look that up afterwards. Looks like poster colour or gouache paintings. Okay, I'll have a look at that then. So yeah, thank you to everybody for being here. I hope wherever you are, you get to enjoy what's left of your Sunday. Sorry about the interruptions halfway through, but what with my phone dying and then getting a call, but we got there. And yeah, I'll catch up with you in the week. I think the next deck that I'm going to just grab them. The next deck I'm probably going to show is this one, which is by Indigo Kaylee, and it's the 8-bit tarot deck, which is in the mini format. I've also got Tarot Cats, which is a Fournier deck, so they're always a little bit smaller. I've got no idea what this deck actually looks like. And then I'm putting off, and I think I spoke about it, this one, which is Patch Tarot. I've not even opened it yet, because it came with this sheet of paper, which I read, and it just worried me because it talks about Jesus reflects the wisdom of Christ, who said, unless you change and become like little children, you'll never enter the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, so it's by Spirit Science, but I paid a bit to get it because it came from Canada. Patch Tarot, it's only a small tarot deck, but looking at it, but I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, or whether I'm going to pass it on or whatever. We will see. But there's some other decks that I've got to do in the week before I go away on Friday to Glastonbury. So I love Tarot Cats. Oh, Kim, so you're aware of it. Please be aware the creator of that deck has been accused of sexual harassment of his clients. Which creator of the deck, David? Patch Tarot. So is he some sort of therapist? Jordan River, I believe, is his name. Okay. Yeah, I'm not aware of that, but I'm not getting a brilliant vibe from the deck, Patch Tarot, just from that writing. And I spoke to Govinda Dean about it, who was the one who told me about the deck, about my issues with it. But he said, well, you don't use the deck like that. Anyway, I'm gonna get going before I go down a rabbit hole. So I appreciate everybody for being here today. As I said, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll be back for some pre-recorded videos in the week. The next time I'll be live will be from Glastonbury, probably at the top of the tour, next Sunday at 7 AM, which will be like 11 PM on Saturday if you're on the west coast of the US. And until next time, look after yourselves. Go in peace. Namaste. And blessed be. And I've got to work out now how to